So, how to handle cross-examination. This is the brutal version. You're going to walk into court thinking you're the main character. You're not. Let's be honest, you're not. You're not at all. You're a test subject. That's it. That's at best. Yeah, you think you're the next big moment. That's what you think. You're like the next Netflix monologue. No, your chance is finally to explain everything properly. This is it. No one cares. No one cares. Honestly, no one cares. No one. No one. Seriously. Honestly, no one. No one cares. The judge is not sitting there thinking, God, I hope this person really opens up. They're thinking, can I trust this person? Or are they about to waffle for 20 minutes and contradict themselves? That's the game. And most people lose it immediately. First question, simple one. And they go, well, yes, but, oh, brilliant. You've added, but. That's it. Case over. Pack up. But is where people go to die. I tell you, I kid you not. I tell you honestly, right? Because now you're not answering a question. You're doing a TED talk that no one asked for. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Right? No one else will tell you this, but I will. I'll tell you. The more you talk, the less believable you sound. Not because you're lying, because you look like you're lying, or because you look like you're trying. And trying looks dodgy. Have you ever noticed that? Never noticed that yourself? The person who says no sounds solid. The person who says no because what actually happened was, now you sound nervous. Now we're thinking, why was that? Why are you working so hard? Truth is simple. Control is simple. Panic is wordy. Cross-examination is basically a panic detector. That's all it is. They're not testing your memory and they're not testing your intelligence. What they are testing is how quickly does this person fall apart when it gets uncomfortable. Someone will say, you're lying. And your brain will go, I must now deliver a passionate speech about my integrity. Wrong move. That's exactly what they want. Because while you're emotionally auditioning for an Oscar, you're also saying too much, too fast, and probably contradicting something you said 5 minutes ago. And now you're looking unreliable. Not wrong, unreliable. That's worse, much worse. Because no one trusts an unreliable narrator, even if they're technically right. Here's the rule no one will tell you at all, ever. But you know me, I'm nice like this. I'll tell you everything. You don't lose in court because of what happened. You lose because of how you sound while you're talking about it. That's it. It's that simple. That's the whole game. And the worst part, everything in your instincts tells you to do makes it worse. You feel misunderstood. You explain more. You feel accused. You defend harder. You feel something important is missing. You add context. Congratulations, you just built the case against yourself, brick by brick, with enthusiasm. Meanwhile, the person who wins says almost nothing. It's infuriating. They sit there like a human brick wall. Yes, no, I don't recall. No, that's it. Yep, no drama, no speeches, no emotional TED talk about their childhood. And the judge thinks, finally, an adult. Got an adult here, finally. Because control looks like truth, even when it isn't. And lack of control looks like bullshit, even when it isn't. And the brutal part, so let's fix your instincts. You hear a question and do nothing. Already better than most people. Let it finish. I know, it's revolutionary, I know. Then pause. Yes, actual silence. That's right, silence. You're allowed to, you are allowed. No one's going to shout at you. But immediately, or you lose. No, they're not going to do that. It's not a game show. That pause, that's you not being an idiot. That's you choosing your answer in your head instead of vomiting it out in front of everybody without thinking about it. Then you answer. Once you've stopped, taken 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you then answer. Only the question, not the sequel, not the director's cut, not the behind-the-scenes commentary, just the question. And then this is the bit where people can't handle this bit. This is the bit you can't handle. You stop. You physically stop talking. Say nothing. Even though your brain is screaming, you little chimp, say more. No, say nothing. Even when your brain is screaming at you, I promise you, say nothing. No, not a thing. If they want more, they'll ask. Literally their job. You don't need to help them. You don't need to help them at all. You're not their assistant, and you're definitely not your own PR team. You're a witness, which means your entire job is answer, then shut up. That's it. Answer and shut up. Simple. It's simple, isn't it? That's the skill. And it sounds easy. It does sound so easy until someone says, you were angry, weren't you? You were angry. And suddenly your whole body goes, I need to clarify that emotional nuance of that situation. No, you don't. You don't do it at all. You say, no. I'm done. Finished. Nothing else. Kapush. Move on with your life. Because the longer you answer, the more ways it can go wrong. I kid you not. More words equals more risk. Remember that one. Have that one on me. More words equals more risk. It's not complicated. It's maths. And then there's people, and then there's guessing. Oh, people love guessing. Was it the 14th? Yeah, I think so. Brilliant. Now, when it turns out that it was the 17th, you don't look human. You look unreliable. And once that word enters the judge's head, unreliable, you're finished. Not immediately, but structurally. Everything you said after that gets filtered through. But they said they were wrong before. Whereas if you just said, I don't recall, that's boring. It's safe. That's good. It's untouchable. No drama, no damage. You're still in control. And control is everything. Because the second you lose control, emotionally, verbally, mentally, the judge stops listening to your words and starts watching you, your tone, your pace, your irritation. And now you're not just giving evidence, you're giving a performance, a bad one. So here's the shift. Stop trying to be understood. Start being consistent. Stop trying to win. Start being reliable. Because no one in that room is awarding points for passion. They're awarding points for quietly, consistently, based on one thing. Can the person answer the question without turning it into a mess? That's it. That's the bar, and it's lower than most people think, which is why it's so easy to fail. So when you're in there and it feels unfair and it feels uncomfortable and it feels like you should say more, that's the moment you do less. You pause, you breathe, you answer, you stop every time. No exceptions, because the people who talk the most lose. They lose. And people who control their answers, they win. Not loudly, not dramatically, but decisively.